StockMo has created a crap ton of bag holders in one of his favorite stocks that he spent the entire 2020 and 2021 pumping, and that stock is NIO stock, which as of right now is down 70% year to date. Not all-time high. We're not talking about how much it's down from its all-time high of like $66. We're talking about just how much it's down from the beginning of the year, and the dang stock is down 70%. Now, I would have thought that at this point, most of the bag holders in NIO would have capitulated. I mean, for crying out loud, you're buying the stock at $60. Then StockMo tells you everything's going to be okay. So you start buying the stock at $50. Then it goes down to 40 and StockMo still tells you that it's going to be okay and you should keep buying the dip. And so you buy the dip at $40. And I thought when NIO hit like, $18, $17, there would have been a lot of people who sold and capitulated. But no, I was wrong. How do I know I was wrong? Well, StockMo just released a video that has NIO in the title. However, one, when you watch the video, he doesn't actually really address what actually is going on with NIO. It's actually very sad. And two, all the comments under that video are just filled with NIO bag holders. People who are holding the bag and hoping and praying that the stock eventually goes back up and they get their money back. But unfortunately, guys, I am here to tell you right now, those of you who bought NIO at an insane valuation or at those crazy high prices we saw in the bubble of 2020 and 2021, I'm here to tell you guys right now, I'm here to give you guys the honest dose of reality that you so desperately need. NIO stock is not coming back. It's going to penny stock territory, and it's probably going to stay there for a while. Now, here's where many of you guys went wrong. And I'm not saying I'm the greatest investor in the world, because I made a lot of mistakes in 2021 as well. However, the difference here between me and many retail investors is I sold the bags I was holding a long time ago, while unfortunately many people who are in StockMo's Patreon and follow him on YouTube are still bag holding some of these garbage stocks that StockMo talked about. For example, DraftKings, for example, NIO, Lucid Motors, and some of these other insane, unrealistic hype stocks that StockMo unfortunately pumped on his channel. Now, one thing that did interest me about StockMo today is StockMo actually talked about how he was still putting money in the stocks. I wonder where he got that from. Could it possibly be the Patreon, where he's getting monthly payments from all of these people that he tricked into believing that he knows about stocks? Surely he couldn't have gotten that money from his stock gains, because, well, there aren't any stock gains. I mean, for crying out loud, StockMo's top holdings are like what is SoFi, Tesla, Lucid, NIO, and all that, which are all down massively. And one thing we know for a fact is that StockMo is a terrible stock picker and not a good investor at all. So there's no doubt in my mind that StockMo is getting money from his unfortunate followers that he swindled into thinking that NIO at $60 was a good investment. Now, again, I don't want to crap on NIO too much, because it's unfair to come out of nowhere when a stock is down massively and say, oh, you guys are terrible. NIO's horrible. It's never coming back. No. I've been warning 6 months ago. I've been warning since 6 months ago that NIO was going to continue to fall, and NIO was not the best stock to buy right now. Why? Because yes, folks, there is a lot of risk associated with that stock. And it's not just because it's a Chinese stock. It's also given the macro environment we're in. It's also given the fact that as of right now, we just do not have the global infrastructure in order for EVs to take over. It's going to be a very long time before EVs dominate. Now, obviously, I know Tesla's doing well. Tesla's killing it. And that's awesome. I get it. However, I am not so bullish on NIO, and I would not compare NIO to Tesla by any stretch of the imagination. Now, what I really want to talk about is the bag holders, okay? I want to give an important message to everybody that is holding the bag. Some of you guys have 80% of your portfolio in NIO, 50%, 20%, 30%, 40%. And some of you are even at a point where you're tricking yourselves mentally because you're in denial and you don't want to deal with the fact that you've lost all your money. You're mentally playing games with yourself, because I saw it in the comments of StockMo's video. Some people were actually telling themselves, oh, this is a great price to keep buying more. No, if you bought an individual stock and it fell 70%, and you lost 70% of your money, you're doing something wrong. Now, some of you guys might say, well, what am I doing wrong at Goals? It's a great company. Deliveries look strong. Great CEO, great management. What did I do wrong? There has to be something. No, there is something you did wrong. You didn't take into account valuation and risk, which is a common mistake that most individual retail investors make. And again, I'm not here to crap on anybody. My biggest beef is with StockMo, because StockMo came on the internet, came on YouTube, and pretended to be a guru and lied to everybody and tricked you and said, I'm a former financial advisor. I got my old little Tesla cat here, and I used to be a teacher in both college and high school, trying to make you think that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to stocks. However, I still have yet to see a full, detailed, well-researched video on any stock from StockMo. Anytime I watch a StockMo video regarding any stock, it's just this blah, blah, blah talk where he's not really saying anything. Hey, family, just wanted to let you guys know I really like NIO, and I really think they're going to do some great things in the future. Like, you're literally not learning anything, and it's the craziest thing ever. And everything that I said about StockMo, because keep in mind, I've been talking about StockMo since January 2022. I've been saying he's a terrible investor. He's an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's a scum. He's a scam. He's a clown. He's horrible. I've been calling him all kinds of names. And again, I want to chill out on the name calling, but for this instance, in this video, he makes me very upset. So I'm going to do a little bit of name calling. But anyway, my main point is I warned from the beginning of the year that StockMo is bad. And what happened? All of his stock picks are absolutely crumbling. And it doesn't mean that NIO's not a good company. Sure, NIO may very well be an okay company. But the problem is StockMo got caught up in the market bubble and the bull market because he's never seen anything like that before. And he doesn't understand valuations. He doesn't understand that valuing a stock is extremely important. And that's why he had people buying NIO stock at $60 and $55. Because you see, folks, even though StockMo claims to have been a teacher and all that stuff and former financial advisor and all that, StockMo is actually a beginner himself when it comes to stocks in the stock market. And that is why he was able to destroy some of you all's financial futures and create so many bag holders that we see here in the comments, because StockMo himself doesn't know anything about stocks. And unfortunately, guys, it is the most disgusting thing ever. And I do think that there should be accountability. There should be some accountability for Keenan Grace, for StockMo, for Larry Jones, for all of these clowns, these idiots, these beginners who came on YouTube and pretended to be gurus and have unfortunately lost people a lot of money. So to all the bag holders out there, I'm sorry that I have to say this, but I think you should just accept the loss and move on. Accept the loss and take this as a lesson to never ever in your life follow some creepy grandpa YouTuber living in his basement with his creepy cat. Never take advice from somebody like that ever again. And from now on, dedicate yourself to reading finance books and actually learning about stocks yourself, so that way you won't be tricked by some crazy, lazy, creepy grandpa scammer who doesn't know what the heck he's talking about when it comes to stocks. But in terms of NIO right now, guys, I think it's over. I don't think it's ever coming back. I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I just don't see it. It's never going back to $50, $60 and all that crazy stuff. That will never, ever happen ever again for NIO. It's over. It's done. You lost all your money. The best thing you could do going forward is take the little money you have left and freaking, I don't know, put it in the S&P 500, or just take this as a learning lesson. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking certain things as a learning lesson. I made some mistakes in 2021 as well, and I had to learn my lesson as well. The only difference between me and many of you guys is I got out like 9 months ago. So I got out before the pain got severe the way that it is now. And yeah, that's just kind of where we're at with it. So anyway, stay away from StockMo. He is one of the worst things that ever happened to YouTube finance. I think he's one of the people who should be on the exile list. I think him, Keenan Grace, and Larry Jones should all be exiled from YouTube finance. They should go. They have to go. I think the community should come together and say, you guys are idiots. You guys are clowns. You don't know what you're talking about. Get off of YouTube finance. Go freaking talk about, I don't know, go talk about the Bible or something. I don't know. Find something else to talk about. Go talk about basket weaving or sports or something, because stock investing isn't for you. And these guys have harmed so many new investors to the market. It is disgusting. And dare I say, it might even be on the borderline criminal. You know, it really is disgusting what these people have done. But anyway, there you guys have it. That'll go conclude today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one.